I picked up a drink for the first time at 13, and that immediately set off my addiction. And just to show kind of how quickly things progressed, you know, I started drinking at 13, and by 14, so within 14, 15, so within about a year, I was facing expulsion at my high school for selling pills and to other students and taking pills. I really didn't think about consequences, and for whatever reason, I never really had any fear of anything. You know, I certainly learned about drugs and alcohol. My parents certainly brought me up, you know, saying not to do drugs and alcohol. I went through the DARE program. I just never really had any fear. So I had the attitude, you know, if drinking is good, what else is out there? I hear about all these other things, I want to try that. I slowly lost all my morals and values. There wasn't anything that I wouldn't do to maintain my addiction. There really wasn't anything that was off limits. Anything that could get me out of me, you know, whether it was mouthwash, vanilla extract, NyQuil, it really didn't matter what it was. Heroin was my drug of choice, but I'm just addicted to more. And you can kind of insert anything in there. This last time I went to an inpatient treatment, nothing necessarily significant happened. I didn't total a car, I didn't have an overdose, there wasn't something pushing me into treatment. I think what happened was I hit an emotional bottom. Those other consequences didn't have too much of an effect. It was when I really just kind of lost my soul altogether, and I just couldn't stand myself anymore. And the life I was living, it really came down to that I was tired. I was really exhausted of withdrawing all the time and being sick and having to steal and having to lie and having to manipulate and spend all day scheming how I was going to get high and maintain my high, and then worrying about how, will this be enough, and what happens when it runs out, and then how am I going to keep this cycle going. It really becomes a full-time job. And that's why I think addicts are not able to really progress in life, because you can't do anything else as far as being employable or stuff like that, because your whole focus, your whole priority is maintaining that. The main thing for me is I was 20 at the time. I had to surround myself with young people who were having fun in sobriety. To tell someone at 19, 20 years old that you have to not do drugs or alcohol anymore, and not have them feel like they're going to be missing out on life is very difficult. My mindset was, this is the time I'm supposed to be partying, and everybody my age is doing this. That's not the reality. Just the people that I was choosing to surround myself with were the people who were using drugs and alcohol. But if I didn't put myself in that position, I don't think I would have stayed sober. I think I would have fallen into self-pity. I would have said, poor me, everyone's out having fun and I'm sitting here doing nothing. I think that's the most crucial thing that probably kept me in sobriety, is not feeling like I'm missing out.